guys, for those of you that are new to following me, then welcome. For those of you that already follow me on Instagram and have followed me onto YouTube, welcome back. This is a very special reading for the Mercury retrograde that we will be experiencing on June the 18th until July the 12th. Please note that the energies are interchangeable, they are not gender specific, and take the message how it resonates and discard the rest. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can email me at moonbutterflytarot@gmail.com. Alternatively, you can direct message me on Instagram, and you can find a list of the services that I offer underneath the highlights section of my page. Now, whilst I am not an astrologist, I do understand that astrology and numerology play a significant role in understanding the thoughts, the emotions, and the behaviors that we display. And I like to incorporate these elements into my readings as much as possible in order to give greater depth and clarity to the readings. So I will begin by sort of discussing the astrological aspects before actually delving into the reading, in which I will be using both a mixture of oracle and tarot, and I will be using the Numinous astro deck for the overall energies, and then I will be confirming that using the Greer tarot deck. So without further hesitation, let's begin. So the first thing to discuss is the planet Mercury. So it is the planet that is ruling over communication. So that's written, verbal, and also technological, as well as the sort of media overall. It also governs travel and some elements of technology, but not all, because that's governed by the planet Uranus. Now, Mercury does rule over Gemini and Virgo, so Geminis and Virgos will be more affected during the Mercury retrograde, more so than anyone else, because it is their ruling planet. And what Mercury retrograde means is, from where we are positioned on Earth, it appears that the planet is moving backwards, but it's just slowing down. And retro means to look back to the past, and that is exactly what we're doing. So this is a time of reflection. So what's really important about this Mercury retrograde is it's going to be occurring 14 degrees in the sign of Cancer on the 18th of June. So we've got a lot to discuss in terms of both the astrology and the numerology. So we're going to start talking about this 14 degrees. So if we add 1 and 4 together, it gives us the number 5. So 5 is the number of change, and it's the number of transformation. So this for me indicates that there's going to be significant changes and transformations within this particular Mercury retrograde. Now, what's really interesting is that Cancer is the ruler of the 4th house in astrology. So the 4th house is the house of home and of family, and Cancer is a water energy, and it governs that particular aspect of the chart. Now, because of the fact that Cancer is ruled by the moon represents the hidden, the unseen, the unconscious, and it can also represent connection to your intuitive sign. So it's a very feminine energy. So this for me could indicate, because of the fact that water governs our emotions, this is going to be a particularly sensitive or emotional time for some. And I sort of predict that there'll be significant changes within the sort of family or home dynamic, and this can even spill into sort of finances, because the number 4 is about structure and stability. So these are looking at the things that make us feel grounded and secure within our sort of family and home situations. Now, what I'm sort of seeing from this is potentially what could happen is that, because of the fact that retro is about looking backwards, what could be happening during this time is childhood trauma or sort of hurts from the past to do with the family or to do with the home may be sort of unearthed and revealed this Mercury retrograde. And the reason being is because this is being revealed to us in order for us to be able to address it. So this is the time in which we face our fears with regards to any past hurt and trauma, and we use this time to heal from it. The other sort of thing that I'm predicting from this particular Mercury retrograde is, of course, the fact that because of the fact that Cancer is responsible for sort of the stability, the order, and the structure, it could be that you're looking at ways in which you can create more stability and security within your finances in order to look after your family. So it could be that you are looking at the effectiveness of as to how you may sort of spend your money or invest your money. You may be looking at ways in which you can make changes to maybe able to save your money, to be able to do something within your home. This could also indicate, because of the fact that we're seeing changes within the home, it could even be things as subtle as wanting to redecorate your house or make home improvements to your house in order to improve your home. And it could be making adjustments within your sort of day-to-day living and looking at how you can run your home more efficiently or create a different space in order for you to be able to possibly work or to be able to have more of a chill out area or a sanctuary. So it could be making changes to make things more comfortable for you within your home. Now, because of the fact that this is happening on June the 18th, if we add 1 and 8 together, it gives us the number 9. So 9 is the number of wish fulfillment, but it's also the number of coming close to a completion or coming close to the end of a cycle. So this could mean that during this particular time, we're being forced to make changes within the home because we no longer can do things in the way that we were doing things before. So it could mean that the order within the home is changing. It could be changing on a physical level in which you're making home improvements, as I said before, or it could be just forcing you to look at yourself and your home and your family life and look at any sort of conflicts or troubles or traumas that you may have experienced that you have buried deep within, and release these in order to let go of these, because a new cycle is coming in and this cycle is ceasing to exist. It's coming close to a completion. So it's going to be a really interesting Mercury retrograde. Some of the things that you would need to sort of be mindful of is I've said travel delays, but what I haven't mentioned is contracts. You may want to avoid sort of signing on any contracts. You may want to avoid investing money at this time. You may want to avoid sort of being really, I would say, not avoid, but be very careful of things that you may lose. So be careful as to where you may leave your keys or leave your bank cards. Just be really cautious, be very careful, be very mindful of the communication that you express, whether this be verbally, whether this be in messages, whether this be on your social media. Just because of the fact that we could expect some kind of miscommunication. So we're being forced to sort of change the way in which we do things and clearly communicate in order to sort of have the most pleasant experience of Mercury retrograde. The best thing to do is, instead of being resistant to the change, it's good to sort of just go with the flow, allow things to happen. Because of the fact that this is happening within a water sign, it's about allowing these changes to occur and allow your emotions to sort of run in the way that they're going to run and flow in the way that they're going to flow, because there is clearly going to be a need for change, and for some of you there's going to be a need for releasing and also healing. So without further hesitation, I am going to get into the actual reading. So we'll see what messages Spirit has for us with regards to what we can expect from this Mercury retrograde. So the card that flipped is Challenge. We've got 4th house, which is Roots. We have North Node, Destiny. And we've got 2. We've got the self, and we've also got Pluto transformation. So what I will do is I will take both. Bear with me. So we'll just pop that there. So what's really interesting is I'm going to start off with the bottom of the deck energy before I get into the reading. So bottom of the deck energy is the sun, which also confirms the first house, which is the house of the self. So this is about your perspective. This is about your outlook. This is about your sort of goals and what it is that you actually want. The sun is a reminder to sort of go towards what it is that we want. It's to focus on being sort of very independent and very determined and forward sort of thinking. And it's that sort of drive and that ambition energy that we get from the sun. So this is beautiful. I am going to look at these cards before I actually get into the tarot. It's very interesting that the North Node card has come out simply because of the fact that up until the 6th of May, the North Node was positioned in the sign of Cancer. Is now moved into the sign of Gemini. So that's quite interesting. And the North Node basically is the ecliptic in which the moon orbits, and it represents destiny. It represents what we're supposed to be doing. What is our sort of purpose or plan or goal. So for me, because of the fact that most of the world was actually sitting at home because of the pandemic, when it's actually shifted is now we're starting to see that different countries around the world are also starting to shift, and they're starting to ease up the restrictions around the lockdown. But it's interesting that we've got North Node destiny here simply because of the fact that in order to move to what I'm picking up now is in order to move towards your goal or your dream or your life purpose, there is some sort of challenge, some sort of fear, some sort of deep-seated emotion that you need to face. There is some sort of healing that needs to happen. There is some sort of reconciliation that needs to happen with regards to allowing you to move forward towards your goal or your destiny, because this represents some sort of obstacle or blockade, and until you address it or face your fear, you're not going to be able to move forward. Now what I'm seeing is because of the fact that we've got the 4th house here, which is what I was talking about earlier on, because of the fact that we're seeing Cancer is the ruler of the 4th house and the Mercury retrograde is happening in Cancer, there is some sort of challenge within the home life or the sort of family life. So for me, this could represent some sort of hurt, some sort of trauma within the family that is going to be uncovered and unearthed because of the fact that it's happening in the emotional sign of Cancer, which is water energy, which is about sort of releasing and sort of going with the flow and listening to the intuition, because it's ruled by the moon. But it's also because of the fact that the moon rules Cancer, it's also about the fact that there is going to be some form of revelation. This for some of you is going to be with regards to your sort of actual family life currently now. This is going to be for others of you, I feel like it's going to be something from the past, and I definitely feel like it could even be a childhood trauma that needs to be worked out or reconciled. We are seeing the energy of Pluto here, which signifies that there's going to be some form of significant change or transformation, and this significant change or transformation is going to be deeply felt within the self, even though it's going to have direct applicability to your 4th house, which is of your home and also your family. So your perspective is going to be changing as a result of facing this fear that you have and facing the fear that you have and allowing this fear to be sort of released, allowing yourself to heal from this in order to move towards your divine life path or purpose. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull some tarot cards in order to sort of confirm each card. So we're going to start off with the 1st house. Why is the 1st house here? So we've got High Priestess. What's this? Okay. So, yeah. The High Priestess is also ruled by, I believe it's either Neptune or the moon. but I believe I've got a stronger inclination to think that it's the moon. The High Priestess here comes up, and the High Priestess, anytime she shows up, it's about making a choice or making a decision. 2 is about moving forward but letting go of the past. With the High Priestess showing up and confirming the self, there is something within yourself that you need to work out. You are being called to listen to your intuition. You are being called to pay close attention to your dreams, and you are being called to sort of face your emotions in order to move forward. Now, what I'm seeing is there's going to be some sort of revelation with regards to your family for sure, because we've got the 4 of Wands here. 4 is all about foundation. It's about stability. It's about structure. It's about order. It sort of confirms the 4th house right here. This is the card of the twin flame. This is also the card of the soulmate connection. So this could be with regards to romantic relationships within the family. And this is also about a higher level of commitment coming in. So it could be that you are being called to listen to your intuition with regards to your current family situation, and possibly analyzing whether the structure, possibly analyzing whether what you're currently doing is going to be effective. Or for others of you, it could be just listening into your intuition in order to be able to move forward within your familial life. So it could be making a commitment, because what we're seeing here is it confirms the self, and with the 4, that represents growth or expansion. So let's see why challenge is here. So I've got this came out on the side, so I've got the 4 of Pentacles, and we've got the Hangman. So for some of you, and at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 2 of Wands. So there's definitely this whole, that we've got 2 2s on the table. So we've got this card, which is 2 in the major arcana, and then we've got this card, which is the 2. So with the Wands energy, it's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and it's fire energy. So this is about passion. This is about inspiration. This is about pursuit. This is about moving forward. This card is about letting go of the past and moving forward. So for me, this also confirms the North Node Destiny card, about what is it that you need to let go of? What is it that you need to release in order to move forward? You cannot have both wands. Only one wand you can carry forward. The other wand you must leave in the past. So what I'm seeing with the 4 of Pentacles, with the Hanged Man, we've got that energy of Neptune, which is Piscean energy here. This is about reflection. This is about pausing before making a move. And then we've got the 4 here, which again is another nod to the 4th house. And this is about foundation, stability, instruction. Of course, we've got the Pentacles energy, which is earth energy of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Now, the 4 of Pentacles could be suggesting that there may be some sort of challenges that you may be facing that is going to be revealed for you during this Mercury retrograde with regards to your finances, which also governs your home and family life. Some of you may want to hold on to your Pentacles quite tightly at the moment and may not necessarily want to invest your money in anything. You may even, with the Hangman coming here to confirm the 4 of Pentacles, be looking at reaffirming or reestablishing boundaries with how you spend your money, possibly looking at more effective ways to use your money, or to be able to make more efficiencies and savings during this time. This is going to be particularly potent simply because of the fact that we also have, at this precise moment that I'm recording the video, we do have a Venus retrograde, which is the planet that governs finance, and also it governs love. So I am going to be confirming the 4th house. So 2 cards have come out, and can you see the lovers just wanted to come out as well? So we've got, again, 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So it's about letting go of something and releasing something. Now, this is really interesting. For me, there is an ending that is closing out and a new beginning coming in. The Ace of Pentacles is a divinely guided new beginning. And for me, because it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, this is a blessing coming in. This could be financial help. This could be a new opportunity. This could even be a new opportunity abroad for some of you, because I can see some water there in the background. But this is something of value coming in. And for me, what I'm also seeing is that there is the end of something. So what I'm seeing is the Ten of Swords. So Swords energy is air energy. So we're talking about Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. And with the 10 swords, that represents a closing out of a cycle, a completion. Now, this could represent some sort of backstabbing. This could represent some sort of betrayal. This could represent a separation within the home, or this could even indicate divorce for some of you. But with this new shiny pentacle, for me, it could actually indicate that these together, there is the sort of the end of some sort of opportunity. So it could be the end of some sort of new opportunity that has been given. It might be that when I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles being a new opportunity, for others of you, it could be that this represents a significant change in the way in which you run your finances within your life. So it could be, for me, the other way I'm looking at this is this could represent debts. This could represent debts accumulating and then an opportunity coming in to sort of release all of these debts. So it could be to do with your finances. And it could be that because of the fact that we've got the air energy here, and that's the energy of sort of being very analytical and very critical, very logical and practical, it could be that you're finding solutions towards some sort of financial issue that you may be experiencing, because we are told that there is going to be a challenge, and we are seeing the Four of Pentacles, which can represent not only just holding on to your money too tightly, but it can also represent letting your money go too freely. So not being sort of frugal enough with how you're spending. So let's see why North Node Destiny is here. So we have Justice card in the upright. That's beautiful. So the Justice card is Libra energy, and this is about seeking balance. So this Mercury retrograde is going to be a time in which you're going to be looking to seek balance within your emotional life, within your financial life, and with your sort of home life generally. When I'm seeing Justice, this represents, the sword represents that air energy of being very sharp and blunt and being very decisive and taking action. But the scales represents trying to achieve balance. So for me, this is about what is fair, what is right, and what is just. And this represents that there is going to be some sort of reward as this sort of cycle closes out. So that indicates the change, which is the sort of Pluto energy that I'm seeing, a change within the finances, or a change in which the way in which your finances are currently run. You will find that there will be balance coming in, and this is going to put you in alignment with your destiny. So there is going to be some sort of reward that's going to put you in alignment with what it is that you should be doing in terms of your divine life path or purpose. I'm going to confirm the Justice card. Too many cards have come out. I'm going to put all of those back. So we've got the Two of Pentacles. Beautiful. Balance is being restored within your financial life. Some of you may have gone through a time in which your finances haven't been great, which could be indicated by the Four of Pentacles here and the Hanged Man, which basically means you're reviewing or sort of reevaluating how that money is being spent. But then this could indicate with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords, sort of closing out the end of sort of possibly some sort of debt or some sort of issues with regards to finances. So it could be that you're reviewing how you spend your finances, so it's spent in a more efficient or effective way. And then we get the Two of Pentacles, which represents juggling. But with the Two of Pentacles, which is earth energy of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, next to the Justice card, that means that you are seeking balance within your financial life. So this is great. So you're going to be reviewing the way in which you spend your finances so that you can move forward into the next stage or the next chapter of your life, or possibly invest your money. So I am going to be closing out your reading with some oracle messages, and I will be using the Moonology deck to close out your reading, and I will be listing that in the description box below. So we're going to see what messages Spirit has in closing out your reading. What advice can we give? What do they need to know? What do they need to know with regards to this spread? So we've got, oh, beautiful. We've got your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So that's about your sort of material possessions, your finances. So that for me is screaming that possibly you want to create something new, but in order to be able to make something or create something new, you need the finances in order to do that. We've got double confirmation here. So we've got North Node twice. We've got North Node here and we've got North Node here, which is calling you to step out of your comfort zone. It's calling you to move forward. So this is about reevaluating or reassessing your financial stability or security within your family, doing something different in order to create more balance. So we've got, oh, wow. So we've got the final two cards, which is confidence is key to your success. New moon in Leo. So this is about facing your fear. This is about going with the flow. This is allowing things to happen. Yes, it's going to be tough, but as long as you stick to your plan and you sort of go towards your destiny, what your goal is, what your aim or whatever it is that you're looking to achieve, you will be supported. But obviously it's down to your perspective and how you view it. Confidence is also something that we can associate with the first house being here as well, because it's about yourself, your outlook and your perception. And then the final card that we have to close out your reading is the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Now, of course, the South Node on the 6th of May also moved. So it moved from Capricorn into Sagittarius. So this is going to be about looking at how you're going to be doing things in a slightly different way. This is about change. This is about transformation, as per the Pluto card, which indicates change and transformation. So there's going to be significant changes and transformations in the way in which you run your household based on your finances. And right at the bottom of the deck, look at the bigger picture. So you're going to be looking at things from a different perspective. And that's definitely going to be sort of supercharged because of the fact that we've got the South Node that's now in Sagittarius, which is about doing things that are purposeful, doing things with meaning. So I hope that that has helped. I hope that that has resonated. And I will see you all again very, very soon. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye.